Have you ever thought to yourself, I walk every day, that's gotta be enough, right? You wake up, lace up your shoes, head outside or pace around the house. Maybe it's a brisk 20-minute walk through the neighborhood, or just a few laps around the living room. And when you're done, there's a little voice inside saying, that's it. I did my part. I moved today. But let me gently ask you something. What if I told you that walking, by itself, might not be protecting you the way you think it is? I know, it's hard to hear. Because walking feels like the right thing. It gets the blood flowing, keeps your joints moving, and gives you a sense of purpose. But here's the reality no one talks about: you can walk every single day, and still struggle with pain, stiffness, poor balance, and even unexpected falls. You might be thinking, but I stay active. Isn't that what matters? And you're right, activity matters. But the type of activity? That matters even more as we age. See, as the years go by, our muscles naturally shrink. Our joints get tighter. Our balance becomes more fragile. And walking, while great for your heart, doesn't always reach the areas that protect you most, like your core, your posture, your flexibility, your leg strength. It's kind of like watering just one corner of a garden, and expecting the whole thing to bloom. You deserve more than that. You deserve to feel strong, move with confidence, and live without fear of falling or hurting yourself. And the good news? You can. In today's video, we're diving into 5 powerful exercises that every senior should be doing, not instead of walking, but alongside it. Simple movements you can do from home, no gym, no pressure, just pure, functional exercises designed to build strength, improve balance, protect your joints, and ease everyday pain. And believe me, number 4 is one that almost nobody talks about, but it can make a world of difference in how your body feels each day. So, if you've ever found yourself thinking, I'm doing my best, but something still doesn't feel right, stick with me. This might just be the missing piece. And hey, if you're here because you care about aging well, not just living longer, but living better, go ahead and drop a comment below saying, I'm here for better aging. I'd love to know who's walking this journey with me. And don't forget to subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This is your safe space, your go-to place for staying strong, safe, and supported in every stage of life. Let's get into it. Let's start with the very foundation, your legs. You know, we often think of our legs as dependable. They've carried us through decades, raising kids, climbing stairs, running errands. But as we get older, even the strongest legs need a little extra help. Picture this for a moment. Margaret, 74 years old. Full of energy, always on the go. She never missed her morning walk. Rain or shine. Neighbors admired her commitment. But one afternoon, as she stepped off a curb she'd crossed hundreds of times before, her knee buckled. She didn't trip, she didn't stumble over anything. Her leg simply gave out. The doctor's words surprised her. Your muscles aren't strong enough to support your steps anymore. That moment stuck with her, and maybe you felt it, too. That sudden feeling like your body isn't responding the way it used to. Not because you weren't active, but because you were missing the kind of strength that walking alone doesn't build. Here's the truth, walking is movement. But it's not resistance. And your muscles, especially in the thighs and hips, need resistance to stay strong. This is where seated leg lifts come in. Simple, safe, and incredibly effective. When you sit in a sturdy chair, straighten one leg out slowly, hold it up for a few seconds, then lower it back down. You're not just moving your leg. You're activating the quadriceps, the big muscles right at the front of your thigh. These are the muscles that help you stand up from a chair, climb a step, catch yourself if you trip, and even keep you steady while you walk. The problem? Most people don't work them directly. They assume daily walking is enough. But without strength training, especially targeted movements like this, those muscles quietly weaken over time. And that's how stumbles happen. That's how stairs become harder. That's how confidence starts to slip away. But here's the good news, you can rebuild that strength. Start with 10 reps on each leg. Just sit tall, lift your leg slowly, hold it for a breath or two, then gently lower. No rush. No strain. Just focused, steady movement. And if it starts to feel too easy, add a small ankle weight or loop a resistance band around your leg. This isn't about pushing yourself hard, it's about supporting your body in the way it needs now. Because when your legs are strong, you feel steady. When you feel steady, you move more. And when you move more, you live more. But leg strength is just one piece of the puzzle. What happens when your body moves, but your balance doesn't keep up? What if it's not just about strength, but about staying upright, centered, and safe every single day? Now that your legs are gaining strength, let's shift our focus to something just as vital, but often ignored until it becomes a problem: balance. I want you to think about Jim for a moment. Jim is 80 years old. Always on the move. He still drives, he does his own shopping, he even volunteers at the local community center. To anyone watching, Jim looked like the picture of independence. But one quiet afternoon, something unexpected happened. He was walking through his living room, heading toward the kitchen, when his foot caught the edge of a small rug. There was no loud trip, no dramatic fall, just a sudden, jarring thud. Jim fell. Hard. The doctor called it a balance-related fall, the kind that creeps in slowly, silently, without warning. Jim had no idea his balance was slipping. He hadn't noticed the little signs: holding onto walls, hesitating before standing, feeling unsteady when turning. He just thought, that's what aging feels like. But here's what no one told him: balance isn't just something you lose with age, it's something you can train. Enter heel-to-toe walking. It may look simple, but don't be fooled. This small, controlled movement does big things for your body. When you place one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching toe, and walk in a straight line, you're asking your body to engage its core, hips, ankles, and brain all at once. Yes, your brain too. Because balance isn't just physical. It's also neurological. This kind of exercise reminds your brain how to coordinate movement, maintain posture, and make micro-adjustments with every step. Especially crucial as reflexes naturally slow. And yet, so many seniors don't practice this. Why? Because they've unknowingly adapted to losing balance by leaning on walls, furniture, or canes, assuming it's just part of growing older. But here's the truth: you don't have to accept unsteadiness as your new normal. You can retrain your body. You can improve balance. You can reduce the risk of falls that lead to serious injuries. So, here's how to do it. Find a clear, straight hallway in your home. Stand tall. Place one foot directly in front of the other, heel to toe. Take 10 slow, steady steps. Turn around, and do it again. If you feel unsteady, that's okay. Hold the wall gently or keep a cane nearby. This isn't a race, it's a skill. And like any skill, it gets better with practice. Each step teaches your body to adjust, correct, and trust itself again. Because when your balance returns, so does your confidence. Suddenly, you're not hesitating to move, you're looking forward to it. Now, your legs are stronger, your balance is sharpening. But there's still a piece we haven't touched yet. What about the way you hold yourself, the way your spine supports you throughout the day? Let's talk about something a little more subtle, something that affects how you move, how you breathe, and even how you feel at the end of the day. I'm talking about posture. Let me tell you about Evelyn. She's 76. Kind, thoughtful, and a lifelong book lover. She could lose herself in a good story for hours. But over time, those quiet hours curled up in a chair began to take a toll. She started noticing backaches. A stiff neck. A constant tension between her shoulders. And slowly, almost without realizing it, she began to stoop forward. Just a little at first, but it got worse. One day, her daughter pointed it out. "Mom, you look like you're folding into yourself." Evelyn didn't know what to do. She thought maybe this was just part of aging, that her body was settling into this new shape. But her physical therapist offered a different story. He introduced her to a simple but powerful move, wall angels. See, posture isn't just about how you stand, it's about how well your muscles are supporting your spine. As we age, our upper back muscles, especially around the shoulder blades, tend to weaken. At the same time, we spend more time sitting, looking down, reaching forward. All of that pulls our shoulders in and our heads down, creating what many call the hunched or stooped posture. And it's not just about appearance. Poor posture compresses the nerves in your neck and spine. It tightens your chest, weakens your back, and strains muscles that should be at rest. And over time, it leads to discomfort, shallow breathing, and a greater risk of imbalance and falls. But here's the beautiful part, you can reverse a lot of it. You just need to remind your muscles how to support you again. That's where wall angels come in. They're simple, safe, and incredibly effective. Here's how you do them. Stand with your back flat against a wall, heels just a few inches away. Make sure your lower back, shoulders, and head are all touching the wall. Now raise your arms, bent at the elbows, so they form a 90-degree angle, like you're making the shape of a snow angel. Slowly slide your arms up and down the wall, keeping everything in contact. Go slow. Breathe. Feel your back muscles working to stabilize you. At first, it might feel awkward. You may not even be able to get your arms all the way up. That's okay. This isn't about perfection, it's about awakening muscles that have been asleep for too long. Do 10 repetitions a day. That's it. And over time, you may start to notice that standing tall feels easier. Sitting up straight becomes natural. That nagging upper back pain? Less noticeable. Because posture isn't just about how others see you, it's about how you carry yourself through your life. Feeling a bit taller already? Good. That means your spine is listening. Now, let's take this one step further, into the core. Not the kind of six-pack core you see in magazines. I'm talking about the deep, stabilizing muscles that protect your lower back and keep you steady with every move you make. You've strengthened your legs. You've tuned up your balance. You've even opened up your posture. But there's still one more piece holding everything together, your core. Let me tell you about Frank. He's 78. A retired teacher who's still sharp as a tack. But recently, he began to notice something strange. When he bent down to tie his shoes, he felt a strain in his lower back. When he twisted to grab something behind him in the car, it pulled. Getting up from his recliner? A struggle. At first, he thought maybe his back was just acting up again. But during a visit to his physical therapist, he got an answer he didn't expect. The problem wasn't his back. It was his core. Now, when you hear the word core, you might picture crunches, sit-ups, or fitness classes. But that's not what we're talking about here. Your core isn't about flat stomachs or beach bodies, it's about stability. It's the group of muscles deep in your abdomen, your sides, and your lower back. They work together to keep you steady, supported, and pain-free. Every time you get out of a chair, turn your body to the side, or even just stay upright while walking, your core is at work. And when those muscles weaken, your back picks up the slack. That's when you start feeling discomfort, instability, and yes, that tug when you try to tie your shoes. But the good news? You don't need a gym or fancy equipment to wake your core back up. Let me walk you through a gentle, senior-friendly exercise that targets those deep muscles safely, seated or standing core twists. Start seated in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the ground. Hold a light object in both hands. It could be a small ball, a pillow, or even a can of soup. Now slowly twist your upper body to the right, keeping your hips facing forward. Then twist to the left. Go slow. Focus on control, not speed. Do this 10 times on each side. Want a little more challenge? Try it standing, with feet shoulder-width apart. Engage your stomach muscles gently, and repeat the same motion. You'll be surprised how much those small movements awaken muscles you forgot were even there. And here's a secret: core strength is like your body's anchor. It reduces back pain. It improves balance. It helps you move with confidence, whether you're gardening, playing with grandkids, or simply getting out of bed. Too often, seniors skip core work because they assume it's too hard or too risky. But the truth is, you just need the right kind of movement. Movements that are slow, controlled, and built with your body in mind. So as your core grows stronger, so will your sense of control. And that's not just physical, it's emotional too. Because knowing your body can support you, that's real peace of mind. Now that we've covered strength, balance, posture, and core stability, there's just one last piece of the puzzle. One that people often forget until it's too late. Let's talk about flexibility, and how it supports your body from the ground up. Flexibility, the quiet hero that supports all of it. Let me tell you about Helen. She's 82. Fiercely independent and still loves tending to her flower garden. But mornings were getting harder. She'd wake up feeling stiff. Knees creaky, back tight, shoulders barely moving. At first, she thought it was just getting old. You know how it goes, we tell ourselves it's normal, that we just have to live with it. But one day, her granddaughter asked her to help tie a ribbon around a gift box, and she couldn't bend forward far enough to reach. That moment stuck with her. So she tried something new, just 5 minutes of stretching every morning. Nothing extreme. Just gentle, simple movements. And in a few weeks, something beautiful happened. She could move easier. She got out of bed with less effort. The tension in her neck and back, it started to melt away. And that ribbon? She tied it herself, with a smile. See, as we age, our muscles and tendons naturally tighten. It's not a flaw, it's just part of being human. But when we stop moving in certain ways, our body begins to forget how. Stretching isn't just about flexibility, it's about reminding your body how to move freely, without fear, without pain. It lubricates the joints. It keeps muscles supple. It increases circulation. And most importantly, it restores comfort in everyday life. Yet so many people think of stretching as optional. An extra, or something only athletes need. But here's the truth, stretching is essential, especially for seniors. It can be the difference between waking up stiff, or waking up ready. So, here's how you start: in the morning, or whenever you feel stiff, find a quiet space. Sit or stand tall. Begin with gentle neck rolls. Slowly move your head in a circle, breathing deeply. Then, try shoulder shrugs. Lift your shoulders up to your ears, and let them drop with an exhale. Forward folds are next. While seated or standing, slowly bend forward, letting your arms dangle. Feel the stretch in your back and legs. Don't force it, just breathe. Hold each stretch for about 20 seconds. And let your breath guide you. That's all it takes. You don't have to be a gymnast or touch your toes. You just have to move, with kindness and consistency. Because stretching isn't just about mobility, it's about freedom. Freedom to reach, to bend, to walk without fear. Freedom to live life on your terms. And now that we've covered these 5 essential exercises, let's pause. Let's talk about something deeper, something that goes beyond the physical. The emotional side of staying active in your golden years. It can feel frustrating when your body doesn't move like it used to. When you wake up stiff. When stairs seem taller. When something as simple as reaching for a pot on the top shelf feels like a chore. And the worst part? You're doing what you thought was right. You walk every day. You stay active. You try to keep moving. So why is it still hard? Let me tell you something you may need to hear today. It's not your fault. You're not lazy. You're not weak. You're not too old. The truth is, our bodies change. But that doesn't mean we're powerless. Because aging doesn't mean losing strength. It doesn't mean surrendering your independence. It simply means, it's time to be smarter about how we move, how we support our body, and how we treat the parts of ourselves that carry us every day. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy machines or a 20-year-old body. All you need is a little space, a chair, maybe a wall, and most importantly, a willingness to care for yourself. You deserve that. You deserve to feel strong in your body, safe in your movements, and confident in your steps. You deserve to stand tall, not just physically, but emotionally too. To know that each small effort you make is adding up to a bigger, brighter picture. Because every time you lift a leg, twist your core, balance in a hallway, or stretch your arms, you're not just exercising. You're investing. In your health. In your mobility. In your peace of mind. You're telling your body, I haven't given up on you. And that matters more than you know. So even if it feels slow, even if you think it's too late, remember this, it's never too late to reclaim comfort. It's never too late to choose a little more strength. It's never too late to feel like yourself again. And on the days you don't feel motivated, remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being present. Show up for yourself, just a few minutes a day. Move a little more. Breathe a little deeper. And keep going. Because every stretch, every lift, every quiet moment of movement, it's shaping the future you, the one who moves through life with less pain, more joy, and deeper freedom. And isn't that what we all deserve in our golden years? So be proud. You're not just aging, you're aging with intention. And that is the most powerful thing you can do. So, let's take a moment to gently go back over what we've learned today. Walking? It's wonderful. It gets the blood flowing, clears the mind, and keeps you moving. But let's be honest, walking alone is not enough. Not if your goal is to stay strong, stable, and pain-free as the years go by. Here's what is enough, when done consistently and with care. Number 1, seated leg lifts, your foundation of strength. These help support every step you take. Number 2, heel-to-toe walking. The secret weapon for improving balance and preventing dangerous falls. Number 3, wall angels, the gentle fix for posture and those nagging upper back aches we tend to ignore. Number 4, core twists, the simple way to protect your spine and reclaim the ease of everyday movements. And number 5, gentle stretching, the quiet hero that keeps your body flexible, your joints happy, and your mornings a little less stiff. Every one of these movements works together to give you something walking alone just can't, a full-body defense system against aging with discomfort. Now I'd love to hear from you. Really, you. Which of these exercises are already part of your routine? Or maybe one of them sparked something new for you, something you're now eager to try. Let me know in the comments below. Don't hold back, I read every single one. And I love hearing your stories, your wins, your challenges. This channel is a community, and your voice matters here. And hey, if this video gave you even one helpful thought, if it shifted your mindset, or made you feel seen, or gave you something to try tonight before bed, then please, take a moment to like the video. And subscribe to Elderly Wisdom Guide. This channel isn't just about exercises and tips. It's about reminding you that you're not alone in this journey. That aging doesn't have to be scary. That wisdom and strength go hand in hand. And that there's still so much joy and health to claim, no matter what age you are. So thank you. Truly, from the heart, thank you for being here. Stay active. Stay informed. And as always, stay wise. I'll see you in the next video.